What is going on? It's your boy Warner Brother, and we are back with some more Need for Speed No Limits. It's time to dive into episode 107 and day 5 of part 1 of the Takeover live event. Let's get into it. We got plenty of racing to do. Also, Red Bull, let's talk. Oh boy. Actually, before we get into Red Bull, I checked my analytics. I've noticed that 92% of all my viewers are not subscribed to the channel. So do me a huge favor, hit the like button, hit subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you'll be updated on whenever I release new content. Now, let's talk Formula One. Let's talk Red Bull. Everybody is clowning on these mother effers, and it's totally funny. So check this out, yo. Red Bull, because I watched part of the live event. They did showcases on YouTube. I watched part of it. And all they really talked about was Red Bull, their partnership with Ford. God help us all when Ford comes into Formula One in 2026. And I'm going to get into that in a little bit. But their partnership with Ford in 2026 when the new engine regulations come out. And then the first 50 minutes of their live stream, they talk nothing but Formula One and this, that, and the third. And then they release the car and it's like, what the hell is this? All it is basically last year's car. This just the same freaking thing that they ran last year. Okay, so let's get into it. So everybody in the Formula One community, as we're opening up this last of the 5 free upgrade crates and the premium crate, everybody is clowning Red Bull heavily. I've watched Arava, absolutely clown the hell out of Red Bull. Freaking like, what? This is funny AF, man. So yes, they didn't even change their livery. They didn't. They're running the same exact livery that they ran in last year. I mean, I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna fully clown them. I'm gonna clown them a little bit, but not fully. You get. I'm trying so hard not to laugh because it's funny as hell. But if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And that's the route that they're going. I kind of admire that. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Cool, I get it. But come on, man. Do something special. I feel like this. Okay, yes, they stuck with the same thing. It ain't broke, don't fix it. But I also feel like, especially when Monaco comes around, because during Monaco, it's the crown jewel of the Formula One calendar. It's the biggest event, yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. Got it. I feel like when Monaco comes around, they are going to run like some sort of special livery. Also, probably when the Japanese Grand Prix comes around, they're going to do something special because they are currently still in partnership with Honda. It makes sense. I get it. I understand. I'm still going to clown these mother effers. They still going to get it. They still going to get it. One way or the other. They is gonna get clowned on. I'm laughing so hard that I'm forgetting about what I'm actually here to do. So day 5 press release. Let's go ahead and take a look here before we continue. No point in getting your car ill if there's no one there to see it. We gotta get the word out about this takeover. Get some real competition. ASAP, I like the way you think. But before we continue, well, I'll talk as I'm racing. Obviously, this is going to be hard for me to talk while I'm racing because this is just absolutely funny. And but yes, this is honestly the funniest shit to me. Like seriously, like you is gonna get clowned on with this, but because everybody's thinking, oh, it's Red Bull. They're gonna make at least some small change at least. No, they spent the entire time of the live stream, which is like 2 hours long, talking the beginning part about, their Formula One team, this, that, and the third, all their successes. Okay, that's great. That's good and all. Okay. Then they release a car 50 minutes in. What? You getting clowned on, fam. And then after that, you're going to talk about your partnership that's going to happen 3 years from now with Ford. Now, that's the other thing I want to talk about. They're getting in partnership with Ford. Now, Ford's been in Formula One before. They did a long time ago, back in the 70s and the 80s with McLaren, right? Or whatever, decade it was where they partnered with McLaren. And it didn't quite work out to their benefit the best, but, they had their entry. Then they came back in the 90s, if I'm not mistaken, with a race team called Benetton. I could be wrong. It could be in a different team. If you want to find out more, check out the Formula One channel where they actually go in depth with some of these engines. Also, the race talks about different manufacturers that joined Formula One but didn't find so much success. Now, before we continue, let's do this. So, yeah, they partnered with, I forgot which race team. I want to say it's Benetton, but I think it was a completely different team in the 90s. Then they left. Then they came back in the 2000s when they partnered again with Jaguar after the, Braun GP days. In the late 90s, early 2010s, or not late 90s, late 2000s, early 2010s. With that partnership, basically, with all the partnerships, it was mediocre at best. Yes, Ford, I'm clowning the fucking shit out of you. So, sorry for me cursing, but this is the funniest development ever. When I saw that, they were like, what? Are you serious? Red Bull, you're making a huge mistake here. You are making a huge mistake. Do not partner with Ford, damn it. And that's the funny thing. Everybody's clowning Andretti with partnering with GM and Cadillac because they haven't been in Formula One before. But now they're clowning, but they're not saying too much about Ford because they tried 3 other times and failed miserably. When I say we should get the word out, I wasn't thinking the cops. Well, somebody's got to. But that's how you did it when you was out in Lakeshore, so, I'm just saying. Damn, all these fucking cops, man? Well, they going down today. Oh, sorry, ASAP. Woo! This is wild. Well, let me focus a bit. And then our cars are so slow, I can't even be focusing on dealing with a cop. Damn it. No! I'm gonna lose this race. Damn! They keep slowing me down like this. ASAP is gone at this point. Alright, I'm gonna stop talking about this Formula One thing for a moment. Damn! Okay, we're gonna try this again because that was misery. That was absolute misery. Okay, before we continue, let me rant on a little bit. Okay, so Ford has been in Formula One 2 or 3 previous times, failed miserably. Yet everybody's clowning Andretti and GM and Cadillac. Give them a chance, ladies and gentlemen. Give them a chance to prove themselves. Give them 2 or 3 years to prove themselves. If they fail and they back out, then yes, clown the hell out of them. Ford has every right to be clowned upon because we've seen what you tried to do 2 or 3 times. What makes you think this is going to be different this time? Oh, you're working on electric vehicles. Okay, that's something different. Okay, we'll hear you out on that. Now, I'm going to say this. A lot of people have been clowning your electric vehicles, Ford. Now, I'm going to say this. I actually do like your electric vehicles. I've had a chance to sit in a couple of your Mustang Mach-E's. I didn't drive them. I've sat in them. They're nice. I saw what you did with Von Gittin Jr. when you released the Ford Mach-E 1400, which is their 1400 horsepower all-electric Mach-E, just wicked race car looking thing that can not only race but drift and do gymkhana and all that. I'll leave a link to the Ford Performance channel so you guys can take a look at that. So yes, it seems very nice and spicy. I'll give you guys a chance, but I'm still going to clown you because you're partnering with Red Bull Powertrains with Ford instead of Honda. I'm going to be honest with you, Red Bull, if you are listening, and I'm going to do everything I can to make sure you guys listen to me. I'm going to clown the absolute hell out of you if you actually partner up with Ford and it doesn't work out. Because at this point, everybody, first off, is looking at your rap and being like, the hell is this? It's the same fucking shit. It really is. That's the main thing that everybody's clowning about. But the technical people like I am that are interested in Formula One and know certain things about Formula One, especially the ones that have been in the sport, because I actually haven't been in the sport. I follow it to an extensive degree to where I watch these videos about the engines, things of that nature. So people like me and people who have way more knowledge and actually do shit with engines like that are gonna clown you if this doesn't work out. If it works out, then we're gonna put some respect on your name. But until it's proven, we're skeptical. And we're still gonna clown the hell out of you because this shit is funny, especially Ford of all people. Ford. Let me ask you something, Ford. Have you won a race in Formula One? No. Have you scored points in Formula One? Yes, you have. I'll give you your credit where credit is due. But this, no, it's not going to work. You have a better shot with Honda, who's partnered with McLaren, has won championships with McLaren, has dominated an entire freaking season. I forgot which season it was, but I believe it was in the late 80s, between Alan Prost and Ayrton Senna, where they won 15. Collectively, they won 15 out of the 16 races that season. Also, last year, you've won the freaking championship with Max Verstappen paired up with Red Bull Honda powertrains and won 15 races just with Max Verstappen alone. So you with Honda did the exact same thing that McLaren did with Honda decades ago. They did it with two drivers. You did with one. And you're cutting your partnership with Honda? Now, I'm going to say this. It might not be Red Bull's fault in that case. It could be Honda saying, okay, we've had our fun in Honda. We've had success in Honda now. At this point, we've done what we set out to do. It's time for us to leave Formula One. And if that's what Honda's doing, fine. Albeit, it's such that you couldn't convince them to stay in Formula One, but hey, if it's their destiny to come, win a championship or two, and leave, then okay. Then by all means, I get it, and then I understand. I get it, It's a shame to see Honda go away like that after finding success again, but sometimes that's just how the cookie crumbles. And oh, damn. One cop's dead. Hit traffic. Under 45 seconds. Okay, but yes. That being said, Red Bull, what are you doing? What? Now, I ain't a black Ridger, but this looks like there's a whole lot more police moving about. Are you kidding me? I saw Need for Speed Unbound. Y'all got cops out y'all booty holes. Nah, I can't say shit because Black Ridge do be having tons of cops like that. Anyways, this is funny. I am thoroughly entertained. Yes, I really truly am. I am thoroughly entertained after what I've seen with Red Bull. This is honestly the funniest stuff that I've ever seen. This really is. I am thoroughly entertained at what Red Bull is bringing to the table with Ford in 2026. You have tickled my fancy, if you will. Oh boy, you have amused Warner Brother. You have thoroughly amused Warner Brother. I am highly amused. And I'm excited to see what goes on from here, because it seems like y'all got it figured out, but don't got it figured out. But we're waiting to see what happens. So, all right, let's go ahead and do this again. What was I also gonna say? I'm so busy clowning Red Bull that there was something else that I was gonna bring up. One of my viewers, and I followed them, they follow me, authentically Anai, and hopefully I didn't butcher your name, by the way. I just know because you like Lance Stroll and all that might be how you pronounce the name. You know, if I have it wrong, please feel free to correct me, and I'll comment on it. But anyways, authentically Anai, one of my subscribers and one of the people I subscribe to, who also does like especially racing game content and things of that nature. So also mentioned mentioned one of my Black History Month cars. And yes, the Black History Month wrap is absolutely amazing. For those of you who have this game, Need for Speed No Limits, especially this month only, I'm gonna let you guys know, this month only, February, Black History Month. If you have this game, get your Black History Month wrap. Show some support for Black History Month, you know, because we out here, we doing these videos, we out here, we hustling, grinding, we trying to, you know, show support for our sisters and brothers of color, you know, of color and culture. Not, and I have to add this. It's not just color; it's also culture. That's in fact, culture's bigger than the color. And a lot of people get culture mixed up with behavior. Let me make some distance on those cops, or let's make some good distance on those cops. Yeah, just because you see a certain behavior with a lot of black people doesn't mean that's part of our culture. Because look into your own culture and see what you're doing, or not even your own culture. Look into your own behaviors and see what you're doing to a different culture to see if maybe, just maybe, you're causing us to have a certain behavior because of how your behavior is. And that's the thing. You can't base people's culture off of their behaviors, because that's not what culture is all about. Culture is a much deeper level than just behaviors. It's also customs. It's also traditions. It's also values when it comes to things like family. So you have to look at the entire big picture instead of just one little subset of the picture. You got to look at the whole picture instead of the fine little details. Because usually a little detail that you look into doesn't reflect the entire picture. And that's coming from someone who, yes, I'm black, but I'm also mixed with an Asian culture. I'm not going to get too deep into it. And I don't know why I pressed the home button for. That's just, I'm prolonging my video unnecessarily, apparently. But let's dive into race number 4. Looks like we'll be doing 6 races because we did fail race number 2 once. So we'll get back into that. I'm starting to get lightheaded because of, you know, I'm just going on and on with something that is just completely hilarious. I am having a ball. I'm enjoying myself with this. This is comedic gold. It really, truly, honestly is comedic gold here. And I really hope my microphone isn't acting up like it has been, so that way I can get this message out to the people like this. So. This is really good. But anyways, so yeah, Also, do check out Authentically and I'll leave a link to her channel in the description. You know, totally awesome YouTuber. You know, she's got over 1,000 subscribers. You know, show her some love. You know. Yeah. Check out some of her videos. Yeah. And also all the YouTubers that I mentioned in my description, check them out, especially the big, especially the smaller ones. I wasn't going to say the big ones, but you don't have to do that to the bigger ones. Check out some of the smaller ones. People like me, people like Authentically and especially people that aren't monetized or just now starting to get monetized. Show them some love, show them some support, get them to the goals that they need to reach so they can continue to bring you better quality content. Because I'm going to let you know right now, here's my setup. I have my phone, which I'm recording on right now and playing the game on, and I just have a headset. In fact, this headset came from a bundle that I got cheap from like a dollar store. I got this bundle for $20 where it gives you a headset, a mouse pad, and a keyboard. Basically, just a cheap little PC gaming setup that I got from the dollar store. And I'm not even using the whole entire set. I'm just using the headset in order to record my content. So, yeah. Next up, we have a rush hour race while I'm over here continuing to talk. But yes, everybody's been clowning Red Bull. I'm bouncing back and forth between different topics. Because it's funny to me. It's absolutely hilarious that everybody is clowning the absolute crap out of Red Bull. Totally amazing. Totally funny. Man, we can't catch a break. Dust these a-holes. All right, ASAP, let's do it. We getting into it. Let's do it. Ooh, hold on to it. Let me get this BMW out the way. Ah, damn it, I drove right past him. Because I was gonna try to move that paparazzi out of the way so ASAP can move up in the second, but I'm moving too fast. They're not moving fast enough. Sorry, ASAP. I'll at least win the race for you. That way we can properly dust them. So yeah, that's enough of my rant about Red Bull, about Ford. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to showcase another Black History Month car. It's just so not only am I showcasing it in the video, but I'm also doing it because I'm making a short series about these Black History Month cars. And I'm gonna let everybody know. Black history and Black Lives Matter, this isn't just here in the US. This is global. Because black people aren't just here in the US. We're global. Alright, so we have one more ticket to do one more race. And that's exactly what we're going to do here. Well, before I do, let's go ahead and put this into the engine. We definitely need to work on that. And we're almost at the PR level too. Once we get the other engine, we'll definitely have what we need to do. So, Nitro Rush, let's finish this up real quickly, and then I'll showcase the Black History Month car of the day. Again, we're doing this all month. Until I run out of cars, because I don't have that many cars with the wrap on it. Just all my cars that are fully staged up and or maxed out. So. And then we will come back for part 2 where I'll showcase another Black History car. And then we'll continue that series, every single episode until I run out of cars to showcase. And then we will continue to rock those liveries all the way through February and through March 1st. And I'm doing March 1st to make up for February 1st because I didn't start it then. Also, I need to learn to chain these nitro strips better. But they need to place these nitro strips better to where I can actually chain it. All right, and across the line, that'll wrap it up for this episode, or at least, you know, for part 1 of day 5. Damn, I can't shake them. You having any luck? Yeah, they're not behind me. Freaking 2 things we're worried about: paparazzi and police. And that's a shame. They both start with a P. Ain't that a shame? All right, so that'll do that. I'm not gonna spend the gold to replenish my tickets. Not until like day 6, day 7. You know, when I actually need to. So that being said, we'll have 4 more races to do in part 2, and we'll have a whole brand new set of tickets. So let's hop out of here. Jesus, bro. All right, sorry about that. I had to do something really quick. But anyways, what was I saying? So yes, what am I clicking on? I'm supposed to go to the garage. So we already did the R32. I showcased that one. We did the Challenger SRT 8, and I'm working my way backwards because it's easier for me, especially when you have this many cars and when your car collection is continuing to expand. So we already did the R32 and the Challenger SRT 8. Next up is the Toyota Supra with the Black History Month livery. And honestly, I love this car. You know, I'm not a big fan of the Supra, but I am a fan of JDM cars in general, and the Supra is just absolutely iconic. So ladies and gentlemen, that'll wrap it up for this episode of Need for Speed No Limits. Tune in next time for episode 107 and part 2 of day 5 of the Takeover live event with ASAP Rocky. Like and subscribe for more content. Also, for more information about the Red Bull car launch, I'll leave a link to, and also the partnership with Ford. I'm going to leave a link to, of course, Red Bull Racing's Formula 1 team, and also the, what was I going to say? Also, Ford Performance. So you can catch a glimpse of their, of that Ford Mustang Mach-E 1400. Also, for Formula 1 content, check out Driver 61 of the race, W2F1, and of course, the Formula 1 channel. And for other racing game and just gaming content in general, I'll leave links to different channels in the description. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys so much for joining. Like and subscribe for more content. It's your boy, Warner Brother. Much love, much appreciation. And I'm out. Peace.